Oopsie.
Alrighty, the entity engaging in criminal summoning at the moment that I'm documenting the people of the state, which is where they're also stalking right here by plane. The entity is stalking the city of Ontario sound sirens. That's American Medical Response. There's no takeoff. This is the entity that's blatantly stalking, and I'm going to blatantly document the people. They're going to be prosecuted for criminal summoning, and they're going to be prosecuted for stalking. And this demon over here, he's walking in an alley. He's walking in front of me, stalking in the path on behalf of the government that's using their sirens as I'm documenting the people of the state. And they're over here flying over B Street and Laurel, flying over my head. The demons are stalking an emergency vehicle, sounding their sirens as I document. The following license plates are going to be federally prosecuted for conspiracy to murder with the city of Ontario, and they're doing so with impunity. And they're doing so with the Ontario police, who are being disbanded, and they're going to prison under all circumstances. The people of the state are going to be prosecuted as terrorists. License 76413 Victor 3. This is P.O.C. All right, the license plates in this video are captured. They're going to be shared to the Google Drive and or published in the videos that I share to the playlist entitled "The Prosecution of the People of the State" with the terrorist leader Paul Leon, because of the prosecution of the city of Ontario. But nonetheless, these license plates that I'm capturing are visible with regard to the record of the terrorists that are engaging in the pattern of conduct that are going to be prosecuted, that are targeting me right now, stalking as a population with the entity that's sounding sirens, using the fire trucks, ambulances, police vehicles while they're stalking me going from the library up towards Stater Brothers, where the entity is stalking now at B Street and Laurel, and is stalking by flying over that Stater Brothers parking lot. All right, this is the entity that is engaged in that pattern of conduct. They're in all the buildings, they're on the roads and the highways, stalking obsessively. And I'm documenting the license plates regarding these gang members that are together, stalking and harassing because they are being prosecuted. And this is also why the entity is going to be federally prosecuted regarding all areas of state and federal law to prosecute a population of terrorists like those in Ontario, where the entity is going to be prosecuted, and that criminal record regarding terrorists that are going to be subject to layers of laws in order to protect the American public, and also to prosecute terrorists who are not going to retrieve benefits from the government, any sort of assistance, and making sure that they are clearly identified as terrorists as a matter of public record. This is P.O.C. This is the city of Ontario that's gang stalking with the people of the state. All right, and this is the parking lot that I'm documenting, the license plates. This is where the entity is stalking by flying over that parking lot, and everybody inside of all the venues over here, all the venues, period, are engaged in that pattern of conduct. This is P.O.C. This is gang stalking. All right, the entity is indeed engaged in criminal summoning. I want to document that. It's 7:57 p.m. Criminal summoning at the moment that I'm documenting the license plate that is parked at C Street and Euclid. As I take a picture of that, the people of the state engaging in sexual assault and battery. You document one demon, another demon is already behind you to engage in what is ongoing sexual violence. This is what an entity is doing on an ongoing basis. These are gang members, and they're doing this while they are stalking and further into murdering somebody. So this is what an entity is doing while they're anticipating what is worldwide exposure and a prosecution, literally going to prison. Okay, so this is what the entity is deciding to do, and this is when they've already been federally prosecuted. So this is an entity that's engaged in that criminal activity while they are witnessing their real-time engagement and being exposed as terrorists. License plate 9NYL436, sexual assault and battery. P.O.C. at what is B Street and Laurel, where the entity is stalking by planes, and doing so with impunity. These are sex offenders. These are terrorists. They do not care that they're getting deported. They don't care that they're getting being removed from office. This is Paul Leon's engagement in what is expressing impunity with regard to being an enemy of the United States and not slowing down in terrorism. License 9 Sam Mary Zebra 953. Stalking. All right, sexual assault and battery together. Co-conspirators of murder, and doing so on behalf of the government. All right, sex offenders that are engaged in relentless efforts of stalking, and those are the demons of the Ontario police that use helicopter, and the entity stalking by planes and helicopters is surrounding the entire entity with evidence of criminal monitoring. This is POC, and the license plates will be visible on my website. This is the POC.wordpress.com, and on the YouTube platform at This Is the POC. At This Is the POC. It is currently 7:59 p.m.